put the little twist in, man. Y'all like my hair? Y'all like it? Y'all like it? Y'all like it? Y'all like it? Ooh! What is going on, everybody? I'm Duso back again with another video. And for today's video, since you guys showed so much love on my NBA mock draft, I decided to do another one. This isn't just any other mock draft. This is a mock draft with trades. Yes, I'm going to include trades in this mock draft just to spice it up, make things interesting, because I do expect a few trades to happen in the 2022 NBA draft. So with that said, let's get into the mock draft. So for the top of the draft, I'm not going to change too much, if anything at all. I do think it's still going to be the same top three. Jabari Smith, I do have him going number one. As I talked about, he kind of is the best player in the draft. You can say him or Chet, either or. Either way though, second overall pick, I got Chet going second once again. And at number three, I got Paolo going to the Houston Rockets. Number four, there could be some questions, but the more I think about it, the more I believe Jaden Ivey is a slam dunk pick for the Kings. He's the best player available. Fit, you can worry about that later. De'Aaron Fox, Jaden Ivey, you got Domantas Sabonis at center, Davion Mitchell coming off the bench, trade assets like Rashawn Holmes and Harrison Barnes. This is shaping to be a very scary Sacramento Kings team. Like, I'm just thinking about it. Imagine like a Domantas Sabonis, Jaden Ivey pick and roll or pick and pop, or vice versa with De'Aaron Fox. I mean, this team is going to be fun. All right, the same thing with number five. I'm not going to change my fifth overall pick. I really like Benedict Mathurin's fit on this Pistons team. The sixth overall pick, this is my first change from my last mock draft. Instead of taking Shaedon Sharpe, I have the Indiana Pacers taking Keegan Murray. Like I said previously, he's a big wing that can score the ball, run in transition, could be a nice lob threat for a Tyrese Halliburton. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the Pacers are really in a position to go for that slam dunk pick that Shaedon Sharpe could be. I could see them going for a safer route like a Keegan Murray, just continuing to build up that core, you know, making some trades here and there. And then maybe next year, who knows, they could jump him in the lottery then and try to get their superstar. All right. We have our first trade to announce. So the Portland Trailblazers made some questionable moves this season. You know, they essentially gutted their roster, trading guys like CJ McCollum. And everybody thought they were obviously going into a rebuild. But then they came out and said they're not rebuilding, they're looking to retool, just trying to build the core up around Damian Lillard in hopes of, you know, winning an NBA championship. I don't know if they'll ever reach that goal, but either way, if that's their mindset, I can't really see them taking a shot at a young player, maybe like a Shaedon Sharpe they do in this position, or a Johnny Davis or an AJ Griffin. So instead, I mocked up a trade with the New York Knicks. So if they're trying to retool the roster around Damian Lillard, they should be looking to trade for win-now players. So who are they trading for from the New York Knicks? You guessed it, Julius Randle. So a trade here is pretty easy. The Portland Trailblazers have Eric Bledsoe's $18 million contract. You do him for Julius Randle, whose extension hasn't kicked in yet. That works financially. Talking about the picks, the Portland Trailblazers will move on from the 7th overall pick and get back the 11th pick from the New York Knicks, as well as maybe a second rounder that the Knicks also have. And then like if like any other seconds or something needs to be swapped in or added to the trade, that can be put in as well. So why does this trade make sense? It kind of doesn't. Well, it does in my opinion, because Julius Randle, I feel like gets a bad rep for how he played this year. He was extremely inefficient. But I feel like most of those inefficiencies were just due to him taking poor shots. I mean, his shot selection was just atrocious this year. There were a lot of defensive lapses, some offensive lapses too. It was just an all-around bad season, but not just for him, for the New York Knicks too. I don't really know what their future entails, because they're in that mode of they don't know if they really want to win now or rebuild. You know, it's a lot of young players, but a lot of veterans as well. I feel like a move like this just makes things easy. You know, it puts the writing on the wall. And then looking at the Portland Trailblazers side, I mean, Julius Randle was literally just an all-NBA player a season ago. You don't go from an all-NBA player to what he is now in just a season. I feel like it was just a down year. Things just didn't really work out in New York. So the hope is that he can bounce back in Portland. And I truly believe he can, because now he won't be, you know, the main scoring option. You know, he's a secondary ball handler now, playing behind Damian Lillard. He won't be that guy that defenses have to key in on, meaning easier shot attempts. And at the end of the day, it's just a fresh start for him. Again, like I said, this guy was an all-NBA player, an all-star, led the Knicks to a playoff berth just one season ago. So do I feel like he can replicate that type of success in Portland? I truly do. And if the Portland Trailblazers do, I see this trade going through. So with that, who do I have the Knicks taking right here at number 7? This is pretty easy. They're going to take Shaedon Sharpe. kind of a home run pick because a lot of people look at Shannon Sharpe as a top 4 prospect. Of course, like I said, he has so many unknowns. He didn't play at Kentucky, and it's not a situation where he has to come in and be that number 1 guy. You know, RJ Barrett kind of has that on lock right now. If it works, you got your 1-2 punch to the future, and if it doesn't, I mean, it doesn't. All right, the 8th overall pick, we are here with the New Orleans Pelicans. There have been talks that the Pelicans are open to trading the pick, and they've been listening to offers, but right now, I'm going to let them keep the pick and keep the same player in selecting Dyson Daniels. Number 9 with the Spurs, I actually changed my pick here. Instead of AJ Griffin, I have them going with Johnny Davis. I personally think the Spurs need shot creation. Outside of like DeJounte Murray, it's Josh Primo who could, you know, make that jump next year, but he's only, what, 18, 19, and then like Lonnie Walker, Devin Vassell hasn't really made that jump. Keldon Johnson is very solid, but he's not really, you know, a shot creator type. And I mean, with Johnny Davis, people like to talk about his inefficiencies that he had at Wisconsin, but I mean, he was asked to do a lot. You know, he was asked to score, facilitate, you know, be the go-to guy. And I feel like in a Greg Popovich system, if he's there, you know, is going to be great for his progression and what he can do at the next level. At the 10th overall pick, I really wanted to change my previous pick from the Wizards, but like, looking at this guard rotation, I just can't, bro. Like, outside of Bradley Beal, it's Ish Smith, Raul Neto, Tomas Satoransky, and Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Like, bro. So with that said, I'm gonna go who I think is the best guard available in this situation in Ty Washington out of Kentucky. This just can't be what you roll into next year with. All right, 11th overall pick. This one is really easy for the Portland Trailblazers. They're going to take AJ Griffin Jr. And what a steal of a pick this would be. AJ Griffin is your prototypical 3-and-D player. He was one of, if not the best 3-point shooter in the country. And if his, you know, on-ball abilities come on, they are going to be scary. With the 12th overall pick, the Minnesota Timberwolves have traded up with the Oklahoma City Thunder. Reports came out that the Thunder were looking to trade up. They have a lot of young talent on that team and looking to acquire future assets. So this trade is pretty easy. It's just number 12 that the Oklahoma City Thunder have for number 19 that the Minnesota Timberwolves have, as well as a future protected, heavily protected 1st-round pick at that, and Leonardo Bolmaro. Bolmaro is pretty much just a sweetener. He didn't play much last year for the Minnesota Timberwolves. This is a chance for him to go to a rebuilding Oklahoma City Thunder team, get some opportunities. Moving up to number 12, I have the Minnesota Timberwolves selecting Malachi Branham. I feel like this is a seamless fit. He can play both on and off the ball. You can see the comparisons to like a Chris Middleton. I like this pick. I like the fit. It's a good one. 13th overall pick. The Houston Rockets will be trading Christian Wood and multiple 2nd-round picks to the Charlotte Hornets for Kelly Oubre and a 13th overall pick. Christian Wood is a pretty good basketball player. Last year he was a 20-10 guy. This year was about 18-10. Shot 50% from the field. Around 40% from 3 last year. I think that dipped to like 38 this year, but still, he can shoot it. He doesn't really fix the defensive issues that you have, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's more scoring. So it's him, it's LaMelo, it's Terry Rozier, it's Miles Bridges, it's Gordon Hayward when he's healthy that can create for you. That's pretty good, man. The Hornets got to do something, man. I mean, back-to-back years, they were a playing team, and they got smoked in both games. You have this opportunity with this 20-year-old all-star in LaMelo on his rookie deal still. This is your time to capitalize, and you have 2 lottery picks, essentially with the 15th overall pick. And I mean, it's already like James Bouknight and Kai Jones, guys who you drafted last year, played little to no minutes this year, so you can't really take on too many more rookies. So with that, at the 13th overall pick, I have the Houston Rockets selecting Ousmane Dieng. You can take a chance on a very high upside guy like Ousmane Dieng is. 6'10", shot creator. Just play him a lot of minutes and hope he works out. All right, the 14th overall pick, my Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, previously I had them taking Ousmane Dieng. He's off the board now. So, my second favorite guy in this draft at this position for the Cleveland Cavaliers is Jalen Williams out of Santa Clara. He is 21 years old already, but I mean, who cares? It's all about what he can do for you on the court, and I feel like this is a great fit for the team and a pretty good pick. Let me know what you guys think about my mock draft. What's some things you guys will change? You guys like the trades I made? I mean, personally, I feel like the trades made some sense. We'll find out more once we get closer and closer and closer to the draft. With that, guys, it's been another video from me. I'm Duso. Please like the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you are new. And until my next one, I'm going to catch you guys. Peace.
You a bad mother. Shut your mouth.